Hello and welcome back to the Travel Blogger series. I hope y'all are enjoying it. Today we have a fellow travel blogger, Ayishia Travels, with us today. I'm so excited to meet her. Her niche is mental health and wellness when it comes to traveling and the reasons you should travel. So y'all clap it up for her. So excited for her to come. She's pretending like she's traveling in the Bay already, But yes, shout out to Zoom. So yes, just let us know a little bit about you, maybe how you started traveling and what you do now.
Well, I started traveling since I was born, basically. I am a military brat. So both of my parents were in the Army. We traveled all of the time. But soon as whoop, whoop, there's a lot of us out here. So, we kind of got our feet wet early, and I really, really got to see, like, you can tell the difference between people who have traveled and people who have not traveled. Let's just put it like that, right? So when I noticed that, I was like, you know what? There's something missing here. We got to let people know they need to get out of their comfort zones. When you stay stuck in the same area, in the same city, that's all you know. Your mind becomes more rigid. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to start traveling more. I'm going to level up. That way I can come bring this knowledge to other people and show them, hey, there's more to the world than what you just see. We got to get out of here. And I promise you're going to start enjoying your life better. You're going to start enjoying your job better. You'll be more available for your kids, for your family. Once you get out and start traveling, like, everything opens up for you.
I really like that too. It was going back to like that military part too, how like we've been traveling since we were so young. I moved to Kentucky, but I really didn't even know that Kentucky was on the map. But neither here nor there. When I moved there, like I moved to a military base. So, of course, like a lot of people like moved and traveled like that. When I went to college, it was like the first time I really noticed like people do not move. I mean, I understand now why people don't move, but like people don't move, like, or people, not even that they don't move, like they don't travel, they don't get out their city. Like people are like, yeah, I've never been out the country, or like, oh, I've never been out like to another state, or like I've been here my whole life. And like, I guess in a sense, like, yeah, you've been here your whole life, but like for you to not even be outside the country or even like the state, I think that is like so crazy.
We're out the city, like you nailed it. I've got people in this city who have literally never left their zip code. Like, that's crazy to me.
I'm just like, how do you live like that? Like, you don't ever wonder like what another city is like, or like ever know?
Never.
I'm just like, that's okay to me. But and I do not try to be shady, but I sometimes feel like that's like small-minded people. Like I feel like they are like more small-minded when it comes to
they are no shade intended, but yeah.
No, and so that's something that I really learned about growing up as well as I see it now too.
No, like you said it, like you really see the difference when you see people who, even if they didn't move around a lot, if they've gone to different cities and they've seen other perspectives, other culture, they have a more open-minded. And when you see people, like I said, in Charleston, there's a huge percentage of people who are from here and have never left here, like ever. And traveling for them, no shade to local travel, is literally going like 45 minutes away. And you see how rigid their minds are. And they think the whole world is like Charleston. It's like, I promise you, there's more to this, boo-boo.
There's more to this, baby.
There's more. There's levels.
I'm cracking up. So how many countries do you feel like you've been to, or how many states, whichever one you can remember?
I don't even know. I really don't keep track of countries because I'm one of those people, like, I'm a traveler. If I like a place, I will keep going there over and over and over again, Like, I'm not one of those people like trying to scratch off a bucket list. Like, okay, I got to go this many places before I die, I would like to see a lot of the world, but it's not a big deal to me if I don't. I've probably been to maybe like 8 to 12 countries. That sounds about right. I can't even keep up. I have not seen a lot of the states.
Have you been to Mexico?
I have been to Mexico. I actually was just in Mexico in December. And I was supposed to go for Memorial Day. I'm so mad. Dang on, Rona. Oh,
go to
Cabo?
Or Cancun, or where?
I was going to go to, I've been to Cozumel, and we were supposed to go to, oh Lord, why is it on the tip of my tongue and I'm drawing a blank right now? Oh God, it'll have to come to me in a second. I'm having a whole brain fart.
I want to do like a travel blogger retreat in Cabo. I think that'd be so fun.
I think that would be super fun. You should do that. Yeah.
I want to do it. I gotta get my people, like, I know some travel bloggers, but I gotta make sure they're not scared and stuff like that to go or whatever next year. But yeah, I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to do something. I guess I gotta get more into the travel. I gotta get more into that arena. But I guess more popular or something like that. I don't know what I gotta do, honestly.
I mean, that's how it goes. So people are like, I don't know if I want to do that, but yeah, when you start getting hype and getting excitement, people will get on board.
Yes, I think that'd be so fun. I know some other people that want to go to. I want to do like a travel.
It's a good networking too. Like build that circle. That's so necessary.
Yes, I do. I know a lot of people is like we're all like at the same level. I'm like, can I need something up here, back here, doing this, doing that? Like, I need to all mix. And I'm like, okay, let me figure out where I need to move, how I need to go.
How do we get to the next level, sis? We got to keep moving up.
Yes, if you come to Atlanta again, though, we definitely can link up. I know you came to Atlanta before. I don't know if you're coming anytime soon, but
yes, you don't know this. I feel like I talk to you like you know me, but a lot of my family is in Atlanta, so I'm there like fairly regularly,
Oh, okay, yeah.
So now you're a bit closer. We have a little blogger meetup.
Yes. I was like, I know we did the switch for the Atlanta thing. We actually collaborated together, y'all, on our blog, so go check it out. That was fun as well. And then
AyishiaTravels.com if you're curious. Don't read about it.
Adventures.com as well. So we do have that. And so speaking about blogs, when did you start your blog?
I actually just celebrated my 1-year blog anniversary last month. I'm so excited. Yes. If you would have told me that this is where my life would have ended up, girl, I would have never believed you. I had no intentions of being a blogger. I didn't even try to start a blog. I basically tried to start a nonprofit and I had the complete wrong strategies. I had no idea what I was doing. And it kind of just metamorphed into this travel blog. So I started last summer, and this year has been crazy. The amount of growth that has just happened in 1 year, I would have never thought it was possible. So
yeah. So have you been consistent the whole year?
No. I'm not even gonna sit here and try to fake the funk with y'all. Like, I have not. And when you read a lot of these like how to be successful blogger post and books, take the courses, they tell you consistency is key. But and I'm not gonna say you need to be consistent. I think if you put out good quality work, you will still get momentum. I feel like I definitely could have been further along if I would have been consistent, but because I've still had like success, quote unquote, I'm not as consistent as I should be.
What does it look like for you for your first year of blogging?
Girl, I wish I had a consistent schedule. I really need to get a writing schedule.
Oh no, I said success. Like, what is success?
Oh, success. I'm sorry. I thought you said what does consistency look like for me. Success for me looks like I want to be able to have the freedom to write how I want to write, and I want brands to pretty much see the value in what I do and want to collaborate and eventually make a career out of it so that I'm getting paid to collaborate and I can leave my 9 to 5. Even though I love my 9 to 5, I'm trying to be an entrepreneur, work for myself, and not have to clock in every day,
Right. So
that's the goal.
What have you learned as often as like what they say, like the first year, you're not necessarily entrepreneurship, but then blogging, like you said, consistency, but like what are something that you learned about blogging that you wish you would have known before when you started?
I just really wish I'm not going to say I wish, because I'm a true believer in everything happening for a reason and everything unfolded how it needed to for me to get where I am. But I do wish I would have been a bit more prepared, because you have no idea. Well, not you literally. I know you know, but anyone who's aspiring to be a blogger, the amount of work that goes into creating a post, it's exhausting. And you realize not beyond the blogging part, you have to wear like 75 different hats. I've got to be a web developer, a web designer, marketing, engineering, teacher, like social media correspondent. Like, you have so many hats on all the time. It's overwhelming. So even when you want to go write something, you're just like, oh God, now I got to go do this and I got to do this. Because in the beginning, you have to do everything yourself. You are literally the jack of all trades. And I had no idea. Like, I was completely overwhelmed when I first got started.
That is great. Definitely. That is so true. You do. That's why I'm like, right now, I'm like, I'm about to be bartering some services because I don't know how to do a web design. I did this. I don't know how to do none of that. And I'm just like, me focusing on that, taking 5 hours. I could have did something else. So I don't have time.
Exactly.
Blogging takes a long time too. Like, I was talking to this other girl that I just met. She was like, she just writes it and keeps. I'm like, nah. Like blogging, like I don't know, it could be like WordPress or something like that. But like, you gotta have it typed right. You gotta like be able to put pictures in there, like the design. And I'm just like, if I don't like the design, I'm like, I don't think other people like the design. So I'm like, I'm still working, leveling it up. You see, I've used it about 3 or 4 times. I'm like, I done changed it, and I only have my blog since January. So yeah, you already.
But listen, I've been there. When I first started back in last July, my theme changed probably like 4 or 5 times until I finally found one that worked for my particular style. Like, you're always constantly evolving and leveling up your page as you learn stuff, because you don't know everything when you start, and you will probably never know all the things, but as you learn, you add that to your blog and you just keep making it better each time.
Yes, definitely.
Mine's constantly changing and evolving, I gotta tell you.
Yes. And so who are some of your favorite, I guess, travel bloggers or content creators that you looked up to in this process, if you did or if you did not?
Yeah, I did. I really love Glow. Oh my gosh, she's just so inspiring. I think everybody loves her. Like, she's absolutely travel goals. If I could have a career that's shaped like anyone's, it would be her. I just think she has a good balance of, first of all, educating people, and then also having fun and making it entertaining, because you don't want to be like, and I feel like in our travel space, it's kind of easy to come off as like you're bragging or showing off, like, oh, look at her flexing, doing the most, and then people are not going to like you. But she's found a good balance where it's like, okay, yes, I have all of these things, but then here I am paying it forward, educating you guys. So people are like, okay, you can tell that she's a really humble and like and driven person. She's just not out here collecting free things for clout,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see what you're saying too. This other lady I know, she likes Glow too. I've listened to Glow a little bit, but I haven't watched her that much. But I do like her like skits and stuff like that. And I think it's so funny. Like, she's like entertaining, educational, like giving experience.
Exactly.
So I like that, but it's just so hard for me to turn it like to money or like how to make it. Like, I love that stuff, and I'm just still trying to find my way, because like I love to have fun. Like, I love to experience stuff, like laugh. Like, I'm not all like, I am a content creator, but at the end of the day, like, I'm all like fun and I'm chill, and I'm not like so professional, like, oh, you can only talk to me, you can do like I don't really like that.
That's what I like though. Like, she seems like mad approachable. You saw her, like, I feel like if I saw her down the street, like, we could have a conversation like we're friends. Or if I slid in her DMs, I feel like she'd be super responsive. She's not one of those people that's like so serious and takes herself too seriously, but her brain is so put together and neat that she still comes off professional, if that makes sense.
Yes. I like that, approachable as well.
That's what I want. Like, I'm so goofy and silly sometimes. I think people don't take me seriously, but I'm like, I mean, that's just who I am. I'm just a playful person,
Yeah. I definitely see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So
you got to find that balance.
Yeah. So you've been doing this for a year. On your second year, what are some things that you are changing for your second year in blogging from you learning from your first year?
The biggest thing, and this was actually my goal, part of my goal for this year, was just really establishing my value and putting a price on it. Because I think I devalued myself too much those first 6 months I was doing it. I'm like, nobody knows me. I don't have a lot of followers. No one's going to pay for this. And then you realize people will actually pay for it, And I'm like, I gave away so much content and so much energy, so much time because I devalued myself, and I could have been making a profit. So this year I set the goal to, start pitching to more brands and actually getting paid for services. But then COVID happened, so that dream kind of went out the way. But next year, I will definitely be putting a price on my services and getting my coin, because like you said, blogging is not easy. It's not something that you can do like in a couple of minutes. It takes me like 6 hours for over 2 or 3 days to get one blog post up. By the time you edit it, by the time you do your keyword research, get it SEO, market it for Pinterest.
That's a whole nother thing, because I don't even have that. The keywords and the SEOs, I'm still working on that right now.
It's a lot.
That was a great segue though, because I was going to ask you, like, when start to realize that you can get paid for this. I'm glad that we're learning early though. Like I've been travel. I could have been starting doing this 4 years ago. I've been so set, but like I'm glad we're learning early. And it's just like, yeah, you gotta. And I don't like to be like, yeah, you gotta give your time. You got. I'm not getting this for free because I did this. I did some phone down. I pay for this WordPress. This WordPress about $300.
Right. Okay.
You want me to pay? Have these presets do this? Then y'all need to cough up some money, okay?
Something, like you need to provide me something of value that's equal to what I'm giving you.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yes.
If you're just asking for this, then you're not like no longer is like doing something free for like publicity. Like that's not cutting it anymore because
my Instagram and my Facebook, I could do that on my own.
Right. I don't really care that much about your exposure unless you are like super, super huge and it's a big opportunity. I don't need your exposure. Like I actually need some funds. Mm-hmm. I need to fund this endeavor,
Yes, so, literally. So how did you realize like what your niche was in travel blogging?
It kind of just happened. Like I said, everything, I'm so fortunate. How everything came together so organically. Like God literally ordered my steps so perfectly and walked me into this. And I was just talking to people, I don't know if you guys follow like Black Girls Travel too, but I love Danny and I love her lives. And she was talking about finding your purpose. And when I realized that I kept having the same theme when I was talking to people, like you need to do this for your mental health and for your mental well-being. Like traveling is going to change your life. I was like, dang, that's what you need to be focused on, girl. You need to start showing the benefits of how travel has impacted your life for the better. Because I used to be super, super depressed. I think I've shared that with you before. I was really, really depressed. And I don't want to be like corny, but travel like really changed my life and like for the better.
I need you to connect with Sabria Dobbins. She's on my Facebook. I don't know if you're on Facebook, but she does like mental health wellness tweets and stuff like that. I think that'd be
cool. I need to look her up. Yeah.
She does. If you go on my Facebook, you can go find her. But yeah, she does that and retreats. And I was like, oh, that'd be really cool. Then, because you could even be a speaker or something like that, travel blogger or whatever. But
okay.
yes, I'm all
manifest that connection.
Yes, I really am.
I'm for
I
it.
definitely think that is so cool, and I do think people have different niches or whatever. So that's why I was like, your niche is kind of cool. Don't really know that many people in that niche as well, but I had somebody like in luxury, someone in like business or like the travel agents and different things like that. So I was like, oh, that's so cool to be in that. I wouldn't necessarily say, I think my niche is kind of changing. Do you follow Maddie James by a chance?
I don't think so.
Okay, she's like a blogger or whatever. But basically, she's an influencer. When I say a blogger, she's all of it or whatever. But she was like, baby, your niche is you. And I was like, that's on period for real.
Okay.
That's my niche, like Alieshias Adventures. Like I do travel, but that's not the only thing that's about me is travel. So I think that's the hardest thing. But like right now it's like so much is going on with like Black businesses, small businesses, stuff like that. So I'm like, I want to be able to help them have more exposure. So I'm going to work with those niches and have them and create them like different things so that like they can get out there, but also like I can get out there as well. So I think over time my niche will probably change a little bit because right now it's probably local travel.
Yeah, I think you mentioned a very good point though. Like you don't have to feel like you've boxed yourself into one particular niche. And I love Robin Ayer. She just said the other day, like, or no, was that her? It's actually Ronnie. Oh my gosh, from Girl CEO. If you guys don't listen to that podcast gives me life.
Oh,
you listen to that
podcast? No, but I do follow them on Instagram.
Yes, girl. Her podcast, the very first one, she said, you want to get paid for being yourself. And I'm like, that's so true. Like, we're not one-dimensional people. So if one day you want to talk about this and one day you want to talk about this and brands want to pay you just for being yourself, like that's the ultimate goal, right? You don't have to just talk about only this or only that. Like if you put yourself out there.
Oh, no, I was listening to you. Like, I was agreeing with you. I'm like, yes, because that's so annoying. Like, people like, you got a niche down, you got a niche down. Like, no, like, millennial thoughts, that's me. I'm a millennial. These are my thoughts. So if I want to talk about travel, if I want to talk about moving, relocating, if I want to talk about taxes, like, whatever I want to talk about, I should be able to talk about that. Like, then you get confused. If I want to talk about side hustles, like, it's just so frustrating. That's why I'm not really looking for clients. I'm looking for brands. Okay.
Okay, exactly.
I want brands. Y'all can get the clients. Y'all can have the people. I want brands to come to me to talk to me.
And so That's the tricky part, I think. Like, it's really, really difficult. I think when people have a large platform, it's easy for them to say, yeah, just talk about what you want and be yourself and monetize yourself. But when you're small, I think that is harder to sell to a brand because people want to know, what are you doing? So I see it both ways. I see why you need a niche, and I see why you wouldn't want to have one, because you don't want to be like stuck in a box. But like building your community and building your engagement, it's harder to do when you're small and you do have like, several different things you're talking about, because people are like, what am I going to get today? What are we going to get today? There might be only like a small percentage of people who want to look at all of that, in the beginning.
That's why it's always
it's so hard.
It's like, if you're a celebrity, you already got it. But that's why it's always kind of hard.
Exactly.
Now I'm struggling trying to figure out different things, how I want to go and how I want to move. Because it's like, I have two different brands, honestly. But it's like trying to put them together, trying to coerce them together, whatever. I don't even know if it's a good word to use, but whatever. I don't know about that.
Merge them, yes. Have some overlap. And I think it's good when you can have two different brands that kind of like correlate, and that you can cross market, right? So like on one platform you're talking about this, on one platform you're talking about this, but when you can promote both because there's some overlap between them, I think that's like the perfect harmony right there.
Yeah, that's just the hardest part.
Trust me, girl, I get it. I have two different brands too, and I get it. Like trying to find things I can put on my travel page, because right now it just feels really inappropriate to be posting about travel. I know people are doing it. I'm not knocking anyone who's doing that, get your bag or whatever. But
so
I
have a travel
like where
brand,
I'm at.
And you have a nonprofit that you want to start. Is that dealing with travel? Or is that completely?
It is.
Yeah, that's what
it is. My little nonprofit. It's not live yet, so I don't really talk about it too much. But yeah, I have my little platform, SeaWorldSaveWorld.com, and it's just about more traveling more sustainably, basically. So, hopefully I'll finally get that off the ground. Girl, who knows? Maybe in 2021. Building one brand is exhausting. Having like 4 brands is like impossible when you're doing so much of the work yourself. Like,
yes. Do you have a virtual assistant? Do you have any help with anything? Or are you a one woman show?
Right now, well, let me say it like this. So I am basically a one woman show, but I will contract help when I need it, because sometimes it's just, it's too much. It is too much. And I will hire people for like one-time assignments or one-time projects, or if I need them, I'll continue using them as a case-by-case basis. But some of these people, like trying to hire them for the month, the prices is like, woo, I'm sure they're worth it, but honey, I can't.
I cannot invest. I can't invest that much when I'm not even getting paid that much.
Thank you. I mean, fortunately, my day job is able to fund a lot of this, but there's just some things I don't want to pay for. Like, at the end of the day, you have to invest in your company and your brand. And I'm like very selective as to where my money goes for the company, Yeah. And right now, some of these prices, it's just not going to work.
So one thing I did want to talk about, since we are talking about traveling and like COVID and pandemic, what were some ways that you pivot, because you said that you're not traveling now? What are some ways that maybe that you're still like trying to talk about on your blog, or did you just stop completely talking about it? Like you're just going to wait until it like passes up?
That is a really good question. So I made the decision I was not going to talk about travel anymore, and I pivoted to my personal brand. But a brand that I previously collaborated with reached out to me, which is a travel brand. So pretty much all of my energy has been invested into getting that off the ground, because it's going to be a big project for next year. So.
Oh my gosh, yes. And did you want to announce it so they can join? I think I remember talking about. It's the trip to Africa, right?
It is. Africa, Seychelles Yacht Weekend will be next year. The official launch is actually in a couple of weeks, and then I'll be able to tell you the details. But right now, girl, everything's still kind of hush-hush. I can't give away too much, but it's going to be super lit.
Well, this is going to be posted later on. That's why I was asking.
Yes. There is the website if you want details. It's BeTheImpact2021.com. If you guys are interested, it's basically like a big music festival for content creators, entrepreneurs, bloggers.
Is the date on the website already? Or the dates aren't out yet?
Yeah, the dates are out. It's going to be in June. I forget the date. It's in June 2021, but you can check out all the dates on BeTheImpact2021.com. The dates are on there, and it's
That's
going to
cool.
be.
And so you're like the travel blogger person.
I am actually the influencer coordinator for the trip. So yeah, getting all the influencers on board, and making sure we have speakers for the master classes and all of that. So that's my role.
What?
And girl, I don't even have time
to join the Say Chill. Okay, I see De'Aaron Kennedy over there. Alexis.
Listen, I wish I could, okay?
Yeah, okay then. But yes, I think.
And we're gonna have a digital version too. So people, if you're not comfortable going to Africa next year, I know COVID, things are still uncertain. All of these are going to be available if you want to do the digital package. So that way you can stream everything as well. So
now I need to be on the yacht. That's one of my goals, is to be on the yacht. And
right.
Like I gotta do my 25 over. So next year.
We'll celebrate it again next year in Africa.
Okay, because it's COVID playing with us.
I hope you entered the contest, because we are going to have a winner who's going for free. You just pay for the flight.
I'm trying to remember if I entered the contest or not. I remember it. Send me that after we get off the call so I can remember.
I got you.
But, yes, I need to get it for free for real, baby, because it is not playing. Say Chill's about.
Yes, and this is about to be the event of a lifetime. I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, I wish I could tell y'all more. It sounds like, what did you talk about?
You can come on my live after it's announced. We could do a live on Instagram.
Definitely, I sure will. Yes, it's about to be a whole movie, y'all.
Yes. So I want to talk about as like, in closing, the travel blogger, like what are some, I guess maybe, I don't want to say cons, but what are the things that you hate are like your least favorite things to do when it comes to the travel
blogging? Well, my least favorite thing by far, like this is related to blogging but kind of not related to the actual blog, is when you are like talking about yourself as a small business owner and people don't put respect on your name. It's like content creators aren't acknowledged as business owners the same way as like someone who has a store would be, And I'm like, we are our own brands, okay? Like I got money to make too. Like, please don't dismiss me because I don't have a conventional type of brand. Like, that drives me nuts. But as far as like the actual blogging part, I know this sounds so bad. I know, don't roast me out, but I really can't keep up with the engagement part of it. Like, it is so frustrating being on social media, promoting all the time. Like, yes, you already, I told you this. Like, I really hate this part of blogging. Like, honestly.
Have you thought about getting a social media manager or anything? I
have, yeah. And I was actually looking for one, and I found someone because my cousin does HR. And I was like, please, can you just please find somebody or something, So I started looking, but the good ones are way too expensive, and the bad ones just, I think we're trying to get a check for doing nothing. And I'm like, what are you doing for me? Like, what are you doing? I'll do this myself.
Right? You were looking for Pinterest pins?
Yeah, for someone, primarily, yeah. I would like someone for Pinterest. That's not really as important to me now because I'm not posting a lot on my blog. But having someone who like curates my Instagram feeds and will post all of that for me and comment and respond and like Facebook, like,
girl, that's me.
That's a full-time job, honey. Like, oh my God, it's a full-time
you should
job.
have reached out to me. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to know the Pinterest pins. No, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, well, see, I know you were interested, but before my primary focus was Pinterest. But now that I'm not posting, like, I don't really need like
Pinterest
like that right now. Not now, until I start creating more content. It just doesn't make sense.
Pinterest is like a whole nother ball game. Like, I could do Pinterest. I don't mind Pinterest, but like, I definitely need to learn Pinterest. Like, I can post it, but talking about keywords, different things like that, and the Pinterest, I know that is really, really important. But yeah, I love
it's a beast
part, and so yeah, it really kind of is hard because I mean, I love the social media part about it. I don't really mind being on social media.
I hate it. Oh God, I hate it.
Like, is the designing and layout. Like, I do not like to create flyers. I don't really like to create web design like that. That takes 3 hours. But I can write. I just want to give it to somebody and have them post it on my blog.
Yeah. Now, you know what's weird? So for my other websites, like I really don't like the design that much, but my travel blog, because I think I have so much time, blood, sweat, and tears invested in it, like I really enjoy the design part of that. Like, and I can be honest, I'm a complete control freak about that. When I've tried to have people go on and like help me to create certain things, I'm just like, you know what, forget it. I'll do it myself because I'm like so super protective of it. I just love it so much. Like people only knew how hard it is to build a website.
Right. I'm sorry. I'm about to put a web designer up in my thing, and I don't even like doing it. I gotta do
Okay.
one. I done did all that, but yeah, I'm gonna go look at yours again too. I like mine, but I'm like, but like earlier, like I don't want mine to look like bland, but I want it to still look clean. But I still want it to be myself. I can't figure out how to like put my picture on their introduction and then like swipe up. I've been looking at some of the other ones, professionals. I'm like, those are so nice, and I'd be like me, and then I try to do it. I get so frustrated with the themes and then clicking and do it. I ain't got time for all that.
Yes, it is exhausting, and you know what? I've realized, like, I don't know. I think it really is like the Cinderella story. You know, that glass slipper only fit on her foot. I think once you find your right theme, you know what's right for you. Because I thought this theme was like the best theme, and I tried to use it on my other websites, and it doesn't work. Like there was something about this one. Like I said, it was like my 5th theme for this particular website, and it just worked. Like, oh my God, it came together so beautifully. Like.
Yes, you remember because you told me
Yes.
yours and I tried to look at yours, and then it was like the way that it looked on my phone. I was like, I don't know about this one looking like mine. I don't know like why I look like it on my phone, but I'm like I just trying all different things. But now I'm like I'm not even worried about it now. Like I mean it's my content. I do know that people do judge on it, but y'all don't go have to judge so hard because everybody ain't no web designer, no
And listen, you have all the components there. And when you look at other people's websites, again, this is no shade, but you know, they don't even have like, they have a lot of dead links that go nowhere or things that are like empty and this. So your website looks good, you know, you're not having that in love moment. Once you find the right one.
So I'm just like, I'm about to just put some content out because.
Right. And get it out there. And you know, that's one of my favorite quotes ever to end on is done is better than perfect. And too many people are like sitting around twiddling their thumbs because they don't have all the answers or it doesn't look good enough or they don't know enough. And you are letting time pass you by when you could have got it started and you have no idea what getting started does. Like the momentum behind that will accelerate you to find the answers and to get it done. And it will put people in your life who are going to help you get it done and get to that next level. So just start, even if you think it looks bad, even if you think you don't know, like just start.
Yeah,
I had no idea what I was doing.
Somebody come help me with this. I'm like, I need help with the website. It do not look how I'm trying to do it. I'd be so frustrated. But I'm like, at this point, I'm just putting the content out. I'm just getting started. I'll worry about that next time. Like, at least with some content because I didn't pay for this stuff. So I'm about to put some content out. I don't care what it looks like.
Okay. Exactly. Yeah. And it makes a difference, the order. Like with my cousin, we started our businesses kind of around the same time. And she just like had to put a website out because she had to put content out. For me, like I said, I didn't try to be a blogger. It just kind of happened. So I had the time to put like the first 2 months, I didn't even have any content. I was just building my website, basically, you know. I had that time. And now that I've got people watching and looking, it's like, okay, I don't really have the time. I need to invest in other things. So just choose the order in which you do things carefully. So if you're someone who you don't need to get things out right away, like take the time, you know, invest in learning to watch, you know, YouTube. I spent like 75 million hours on YouTube and Pinterest learning how to just install WordPress and edit things, finding the best plugins. So if you have the time to take your time and do that and then do the content, like go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just do the content and give somebody else. I'm like, I'm at this point, I'm just gonna have to pay for it or something because I don't got time.
Yes.
I need someone to create me some Pinterest pins because I do have some content now on here, but now I'm just like, okay, now I need somebody to create the pins. I don't got time to create the pins. The logo, I could post it, but I don't got time to do the graphics. Graphics take me 3 days.
Listen, girl, you know what helped me? But when I first started getting into Pinterest, I went on Etsy and I found someone who already, there's so many people selling templates, buy a template, and then you can just reuse those same ones over and over on Canva. You don't have to keep creating new pins. Like that's the trick. If you see the people who are successful on Pinterest, they're not making new pins every time. All they're doing is swapping out the picture and the text and reusing those same templates over and over again.
So. Oh my gosh, that's smart. are. I was gonna do
Yes,
it on
girl.
Fiverr. I just got some. I don't care. That's why I was confused. Well, I didn't see this on Facebook, but I just got some graphics from Fiverr. This girl did some graphics from Fiverr. I'm about to do some Etsy templates too. But that's what I was like when they were talking about people was copying and stuff like that. I said, ooh.
That's it.
I said, ooh, well, what if you use something that somebody sent you, but you pay for it? Is that still copying? You know, the whole B Simone thing coming out. I'm like, I'm like, hold on, because I'm gonna use stuff how to make this, but I ain't saying that it's mine though. Hold on now, don't be y'all coming for me 5 years later.
Girl, listen, I don't care what nobody says. There is not a single template on Pinterest that is original. Everyone's using the same thing. So
that is so smart. And it's like all your pins can look the same. You just like
exactly.
It just changes the location, like Atlanta, Los Angeles.
Yep.
That's what I'm about to do. I was working on some travel guides, and I was going to get somebody to make my travel guides.
Girl, you don't even need to do that. Do you have you have Canva, right? I know we talk about Canva.
Yeah, I was gonna create the travel guides on Canva, but I was gonna have somebody design the logo. Well, I did mine on Google Docs, but I was gonna have somebody like design it because I can't design it. But I mean,
but I'm saying like all those designs and templates, like for the logos, for the pins, they're in Canva for free. So if you have that, look at those first before you pay somebody to do it, because you might not need to. Because I was paying a lot of people to do things for me, and I went on Canva. I was like, I didn't know they had all of this. Wait.
Oh yeah, they have like the ebook and the different things. Yeah, they do. They do have a lot of that stuff.
I mean, even the logos. I just made a logo, and like the pin templates that I paid for, I easily found them for free in Canva. And all I do is
Canva does have a lot. Yeah, I do know.
It does.
I was just thinking about like the design or whatever inside the book and the travel guides, but I don't know. We're gonna see. I haven't even worked on travel guides because I'm like, well, people ain't even really traveling, but some people are. But I'm gonna launch those a little later. Right? I said right now I need something that's gonna make me money for real. And I don't know if people are really buying travel guides. So there's that.
It's hard.
It really is. But I want to thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.
And coming and chatting about blogging, traveling, and what you learned, and everything like that. Just let people know where they can follow you at, even though you don't really like social media.
Listen, I'll be friendly. If you guys want to chat on Instagram, you can follow me at Ayishia Travels, or you can find me at Ayishia Parsley, and that's AYISHIA. Send me a DM, follow me. Let's link up, connect.
Yes, and if you don't follow me, well, you're on my YouTube channel, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get monetized by the end of the year, okay, period. And then follow Alieshias Adventures on Instagram and on YouTube and on Facebook. ALIESHIA. Look at my shirt.
Yes, how cute.
Yes, thank you. I made this in Dallas, Texas on a solo trip. I did an Airbnb.
What?
Yeah, I made this myself.
Wow.
Yeah, crafty on the side. I ain't charging for that now. I don't do.
No, I'm saying, listen, another side hustle, girl. Add it up.
But yes, thank you so much for joining. I hope you have a great rest of your day. So glad to be able to make it. Hopefully y'all enjoy this. If y'all like this, put a comment, ask any questions. We definitely will love to hear them.
Thank you.
Welcome.